got him. Springer was on his way to first. He'll have to make a right turn, called out on strikes.
Well, you see the fastball knee high catch the inside corner with that kind of three-quarter arm angle. Right there, you can see it come across the back knee. Plenty high enough and caught the inside corner.
And Sale will come back now on 0-2. And he strikes him out. First strikeout for Sale, who put more than 300 Ks in the book during the season. Oh, make it number 2. I shortchanged him. He struck George Springer out to start the game, so that's his second.
Yeah, you can see the hand position still a little flat, almost underneath the ball, but he had enough late break on it where Gonzalez swung over it.
Reddick away from second, and he sprints for third, but it's a moot point, a swing and a miss. Sale fans the last 2 hitters of the second. He has 3 for the game. Reddick is stranded, and it remains 2-1 Houston. Named after the longtime executive Tal Smith, that embankment in straightaway center is gone.
Whoa.
And so too is Springer for the second time against Chris Sale.
Like Chris Sale saying, hey, enough of this. I'm going to get my act together. Good high blazer for George Springer. Yeah, they're mentioning Minute Maid Park as we get another look at this fastball up at the strike zone that Springer can't catch up with. The ground rules at Yankee Stadium, where the umpire supervisors say is about 1.
Houston, one of 3 big league teams that won more than 100 games this year. And Springer has the hat trick, and not the kind you want.
No, he's
3 strikeouts.
Usually vulnerable to the inside pitch. They went up and away. But here's an example of a few of Chris Sale's pitches that have not really been the Chris Sale pitches of early in the year. The flat slider, then the fastball got too much of the plate. Another down and in slider with not enough down break to it. Gaddis with a double, and then the fastball up and away. And the Astros' #1 run producer, Gonzalez, gives them a.
The first 4 hitters before you get to Gaddis, the veteran DH. Springer, Bregman, Altuve, Correa, still young, all of them all-stars. Guys like Correa and Altuve possibly with Hall of Fame potential. You see how well Jeff Lunau's plan has worked out. Changeup finishes Bregman, and that's 6 strikeouts for Sale, 2 of them in this inning.
Yeah, it's a pitch that goes unnoticed. When you look at Chris Sale's power in his slider, he doesn't have as many strikeouts on that pitch, but this is a good one right here. Good shot by our cameraman. You see the ball choke back in the palm of the hand. And usually when guys are timing you the way Astros hitters have been today, that's a very effective.
Third base side of the rubber. Can you imagine as a left-handed hitter if he threw from the first base side? It's harder to control the outside corner if he did that, but man, just eat. Not that he doesn't anyways.
He strikes out McCann with 99 in the corner.
Not that Chris Sale doesn't eat up left-handed hitters anyways, but if you move him over, I know when he was with the White Sox, he moved back and forth to find it, but this is just 99-mile-an-hour paint to a left-handed hitter. And Brian McCann wants to stay in there, but his body kind of gives it away.
The crossfire action of Chris Sale's delivery. Slightly closed and land juggler is A.J. Hinch if he makes this move.
On the 9th pitch, he goes to the back door for strike 3. And he's retired all 5 that he's faced out of the Boston bullpen.
When you throw a backdoor slider from that angle, it looks like it's coming out of the dugout. Correa just gives up on it and right to the glove. And there's no way that's going to get to the outside corner when you see it coming from there, and then all of a sudden it makes a turn.
And he hit Christian Vasquez perfect. Right in his glove, no movement. All Correa can do is kind of walk back, throw his bat up in the air, and tip your cap to Chris Sale. Tip your players. It's a different mindset whether the game's at 1 or 7. At least it was for me when I had that, because it changes your sleep.
Strike 3 call.
Much better slider than we saw in game one. As you see, this one's a little quicker, even though it gets a lot of the plate. It seemed to have a little more late break to it, a little more snap to it. Like Gaddis was looking for something else.
That's the third strikeout for Chris Sale, and his 2 2/3 work. The only base runner came in the air from Devers.
Chris Sale looks pretty darn comfortable in this relief role. He looks like he's done this a couple times before, as we mentioned earlier, that he's, and I talked to him before the game, like I said.
Number 41 from Chris Sale, about to be delivered.
Three scoreless relief innings from Chris Sale. Struck him out. Altuve, the second out of the 7th.
Another sharp breaking slider. Designed to be backdoor, and it races over to the inside part of the plate. Now Altuve doesn't like it, but it just splits the plate by the time it ends up off the plate end. Sweeping break to that pitch, just filthy.
Now, as a hitter,
All sorts of options to Chris Sale now after inducing that type of swing.
His 1-2. He struck him out.